What's going on, guys? All right, man. You seen the thumbnail? Let's get right into it, man. So, obviously, we seen Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda. What a tremendous fight last night, man. Both fighters put on a spectacular performance. One of the things I noticed right off the bat was Shakur Stevenson. He wore Tom and Jerry hat, and I knew his mindset was, "I'm not doing no running. I came here to fight. I don't care that Turkey Al-Sheikh made the ring smaller. I'm still gonna beat this guy, and I'm gonna beat him at his own game," which is what he did. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, obviously, man, he is a complete fighter. The man can fight very well, on the back foot as well as he can, fighting in the inside. I mean, again, tremendous fighter. Shakur Stevenson, that's him. All right. During this fight, I seen glimpses Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker. I mean, the dude definitely took a page out of both of those fighters' books, legends, I should say. With that being said, man, obviously Shakur Stevenson, he fought this way for the fans. He's been getting a lot of heat the past few months. You know, talking about how boring he is, and that he's always running, and he's afraid to fight, make contact, and he's not gonna fight top fighters. And obviously he fought a very tough opponent in Zepeda. Zepeda, obviously he did his thing, pressure fighter, very strong fighter, and this was no easy park and a walk for Shakur Stevenson. All right. Shakur Stevenson, in the early rounds, he fought, flat footed, and he was up against the ropes, where Zepeda hit him and hurt him with a stiff jab, knocking Shakur Stevenson back on the ropes. And what's crazy is, man, this is where that boxing IQ comes in. Shakur Stevenson, after, he got hurt, I seen those lights come on. Those lights came on. He like, oh, snap. I can't get hit like that again. Where I see some fighters, they'll get hit with the same shot over and over again. And the shot that you get hit with early like that ends up knocking you out later on in the fight. Shakur Stevenson realized that and said, okay, I can't get hit like that. And he made adjustments accordingly. Obviously Shakur fought and defended very well up against the ropes. But I think his best work was when he was in the center of the ring, where he was throwing a lot of counter shots, to which I think kind of slowed Zepeda down a little bit. Shakur Stevenson, he was also like, while in the inside, he was utilizing the shoulder roll, where he was able to counter, fire shots accurately, doing a good job. Again, I seen glimpses, of Floyd Mayweather. However, the only thing that I didn't like really was that he kept right hand low. I had to switch to southpaw just to understand. But yeah, or to remember. But anyway, he kept his right hand low. And I'm like, man, as the fight was going on, I'm like, I hope Zepeda takes advantage of that and throws an overhand left, which I think was definitely going to hit him and hurt him. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, Zepeda didn't make the adjustments, and Shakur Stevenson was able to get away with that. Lastly, I know that man body is hurting because Shakur definitely took a lot of body shots in this fight. Definitely. Outside of that, I don't think he beats Tank. I don't think he beats a Tiafimo. But I would think it'd be a great sight to see him and Haney fight. I think that would be a tremendous mega fight. I think that will be an amazing fight to watch, and I'm looking forward to that. Lastly, Zepeda, right away, like, man, straight from the jump, Zepeda applied a huge amount of pressure on Shakur Stevenson, making him uncomfortable, forcing him to engage. I thought he did a good job of that. I do think, or at least I would have liked to see Zepeda step around that shoulder, try to throw an overhand left or at least hit Shakur Stevenson where he was vulnerable. Because if he's going to use that shoulder roll, I thought, at least step to the side and hit him where he can't defend. You know what I'm saying? Or at least it'll catch him off guard. You know, and a good example of that would be when Maidana was fighting Mayweather. When Maidana would throw the overhand right, Maidana would, modify it. Instead of swinging it, he would make sure that he's right above Mayweather and then throw it to where he can actually go over the shoulder, hitting Mayweather on top of the head. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, Zepeda, he did a good job, man. Real good job. He can't be down on himself. I thought again, both fighters did a tremendous job. Again, to Turkey Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, thank you for once again putting on a great boxing event. I look forward to watching more. I don't look forward to paying, but I look forward to watching more. Other than that, what you guys think? I hope that you guys had a blast as well. Until next time.